Sometimes, the difference between a close call and something far worse comes down to a miracle.
The man was washing his windshield when the vehicle came dangerously close to hitting him. The driver hit a curb, flipped a car on its side, narrowly avoiding a crash.
So, for this video, we have compiled angelic figures, heavenly interventions, and unbelievable miracles from around the world.
It was kind of like really unusual. I've never ever seen anything like it.
I was like, wow. I mean, that is an angel.
During a protest in Iran, something strange appeared in the sky. People saw figures that looked like men riding horses, moving through the clouds. One group seemed to come out of a cloud and then disappear into another. The crowd was amazed and became hopeful. Now, some have said that God sent angels to help them during these troubled times. If you agree, comment below and like this video. Preacher becomes angelic. In 2016, a priest delivered a sermon in a crowded church when something extraordinary happened. His face and body began to glow, sending bright light across the room. The people present could not see the glow, but a camera captured it clearly. After the sermon, the priest disappeared mysteriously. Many believed he was not an ordinary human, but an angel sent to comfort and guide people in their time of need, leaving behind a memory that inspired awe and faith. Road Guardian. A girl. Supernatural sighting.
Michigan couple getting the shock of their lives when they got an alert from their security camera in the driveway.
A couple reviewed their security camera and were stunned to see a glowing torso with wings hovering over their truck. The figure was clear and precise, unlike anything they had seen before. Even their pastor confirmed it looked like a real angel. The couple felt a deep sense of awe and gratitude, understanding this supernatural presence as a sign of God's blessing.
It was kind of like really unusual. I've never ever seen anything like it.
I was like, wow. I mean, that is an angel.
The photos are exactly how they were taken. I choose to believe it.
Afterlife spirit. In Indonesia, people gathered to bury a deceased man. As they prepared the grave, one man started recording the scene. When he reviewed the footage, he was shocked by what appeared on camera. A bright, glowing humanoid figure sat quietly beside the grave, but not disturbing anyone. The man who recorded it explained that he believed the figure was the spirit of the deceased, lingering near the body until the burial was complete. Angelic figures appear. Shepherd Bushiri, a self-proclaimed prophet from Malawi, was leading a church service when something strange happened. Without warning, bright white figures appeared in the hall. They stood silently among the crowd, as if they were angels who had come down from heaven to hear his preaching. The people inside the church were stunned, but when the video was posted online, many viewers suggested it was only a clever trick made to gain fame. Angel in Greece. On the night of August 19, 2024, a tourist in Santorini, Greece, captured a strange moment on camera. At first, everything seemed normal. Then, without warning, a glowing shape appeared in front of him, as if it had formed out of thin air. It was shining with a bright yellow light and looked humanoid in shape. The tourist was certain he was witnessing something divine, especially in a place already known for its supernatural sightings. Guardian angels. A woman was hiking in the mountains of Haifa, Israel, when she started recording the peaceful view below. Suddenly, two balls of bright orange light appeared in the sky and began to hover above the town. Shocked, the woman screamed. Certain she was seeing something spiritual. Later, she showed the video to the locals, and they said that the lights might be guardian angels protecting the town from an impending apocalypse. Witnessing God. A group of tourists was exploring the Batu Caves in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, when one of them noticed a strange figure sitting cross-legged in total silence. At first, they thought it was just another visitor meditating, until an otherworldly glow began to pour from its body. They quickly pulled out their phone and hit record. Within seconds, the figure shimmered and transformed into a blinding white mass of light. Later, they whispered one chilling possibility. They had just witnessed Kinowingan, the creator god. Miraculous baptism. This video was captured during a man's baptism, and something unusual happened right after. As he came out of the water, a bright light appeared very close to him. People standing nearby watched in shock and silence. The father who gave him the baptism told everyone that this was an angel that was appointed by God right after the baptism, and the believers knew it was a true sign from God, and that God watches us all. Mysterious sightings. 2 years ago, in Ein Kerem, Israel, a man on a morning walk filmed a mysterious figure on a log below a cliff. The person looked unusual, with worn-out clothes and a thick black beard. A few days later, at the Jordan River, he recorded another video while an excavator was working. In the background, a ghostly figure appeared to glide through the air. Curious and a little unsettled, he uploaded both clips online, but so far, no clear explanation has been given other than a divine figure. Divine listener. During a live broadcast from a mosque in Saudi Arabia, cameras captured something unusual among the crowd. As people sat and listened to the imam, a bright, shining figure appeared between them. The place was full, yet the figure stood out clearly. Viewers around the world noticed it at the same time. That moment left many amazed, as they wondered how powerful the divine message is that an angel had quietly joined the gathering. Heavenly humanoid? A man sat inside a mosque in Turkey and recorded its peaceful interior. At that moment, he did not notice anything unusual. Later, when he reviewed the footage, he saw a shining figure sitting in prayer. The light covered the whole form, yet no one else had seen it in real life. Christ's return? The shape looked like Christ, standing tall with a bright light around. The sun shone from behind, making it seem like the light came from the figure itself. People ran toward it, filled with fear and wonder. Many believed it was a sign of the end times and suggested reflecting on our lives and what truly matters. Recent sighting. A few days ago, in Saudi Arabia, a strange and unsettling sight appeared in the sky. A massive figure with huge wings seemed to move between the clouds, catching everyone's attention. Witnesses quickly began praising God, believing it was an angel. Many claimed it carried a message, warning the rulers of Arab countries to stay strong against their enemies. And some are taking it as a sign in accordance with current world affairs. Christ appears. A man noticed something unusual in the clouds and quickly grabbed his camera. He recorded a figure rising slowly, shaped like Christ, standing firm with arms spread wide. Surrounded by clouds, it looked powerful and a sight full of hope. Later, the man shared that he had faced problems in his life, but soon after that moment, everything settled down in a way he never expected. Demon or angel? In this clip, a man was testing the zoom and megapixel features of his phone when he noticed something unusual on a distant mountain. At first, a glowing figure appeared, but moments later, it shifted into a sphere of light before vanishing into the sky. The sudden transformation startled him, and he became convinced that it was not a harmless presence, but a demon disguised as an angel. The eerie sight left him shaken. Living statue. In Tapau, people gathered to witness an incredible event. A statue of the Virgin Mary appeared to move on its own. Her cloak seemed to float gently, and her head slowly turned as if watching the crowd. People stared in awe, unable to believe their eyes. Many felt that they had witnessed a miracle, and the event inspired hope and devotion. For those present, it was so heartwarming that they even cried to see such a miraculous sight. Miracle of God. A live transmission in the Grand Mosque of Saudia revealed something extraordinary. During prayer, when everyone lifted their heads from the ground, a transparent, ghostly figure moved gracefully out of the line and faded into the distance. The person who recorded the video claimed angels also pray and circulate the Kaaba. Moreover, sometimes they get visible to show the miracles of God. Jesus comes to bless. In Texas, a crowd gathered around a pastor witnessed an incredible sight. A glowing figure appeared in the air, forming a clear outline of Jesus, shining brilliantly. As everyone watched, the figure moved up and down, changing its color to a deep purple before returning to its original radiant light.
I definitely am.
Overwhelmed by the vision, the people began singing church symphonies, expressing gratitude.
Yonder, and what do you think I see? I
See a band of angels, Lord, they're coming after me. Ain't no grave.
Cupid sighting. A boy recorded a surprising scene outside his window. Two Cupid-like angels. One was small and round, holding an arrow, while the other was taller and larger. They seemed to be following each other playfully when the camera accidentally caught them on video. For a brief moment, both figures hovered in sight and then vanished at an incredible speed, leaving no trace. The boy was amazed, wondering if he had captured a glimpse of a magical, unseen world where celestial beings moved freely beyond human eyes. Transparent figure. At a church ceremony, the priest felt a strange presence and asked the camera operator to check the recordings. When they reviewed the footage together, they saw something miraculous. A transparent, winged creature flew across the hall, confirming the priest's suspicions.
There's something that
The father believed God had sent this angel to bless the ceremony. He saw it as a true sign of divine favor, while the operator quietly wondered if it was only a fleeting vision. Patrolling angel. Tyler and Crystal never expected anything unusual at home, but one day their neighbor suggested checking the security cameras after seeing their cat near some raccoons. Instead, they were amazed to see a faint, smoky figure moving across their yard, almost like an angel on patrol. The family felt deeply encouraged, realizing that unseen angels were watching over their home, protecting them, and bringing a comforting sense of safety and faith. Angels in church. At St. John Brebeuf Church, during a funeral, worshippers prayed over the deceased when something extraordinary happened. Bright, shining angels appeared in the church, making their presence clearly visible. Everyone watched in awe, their hearts moved by the blessing shown to the departed soul. The miraculous event was the first time such an apparition had ever been recorded in the church. The congregation was filled with wonder, gratitude, and a deep sense of divine connection during a time of mourning. God sends angel. A man found himself trapped amid a wrecked site, fear and pain pressing on him as he crawled toward an underpass. There, he noticed a man sitting calmly under a blanket, whose quiet presence gave him courage to keep moving. When the chaos finally passed, Jimmy noticed that the man had vanished. No trace, no sign he had ever been there. He realized that God had sent an angel to protect him. This filled him with deep faith.
I got up under there. I see this fella sitting on this blanket. I was scared out of my mind. And I run up and got right in his face. I said, "Sir, we got to take cover, it's a tornado." And he looked at me and he stood up. He said, "Is that right?" And that's all he said, and he said it.
Gratitude and the lasting comfort of divine care in the midst of danger. Jerusalem angel. A group of teens recorded a glowing figure hovering above the Rock of Dome near Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. The entity shone so brightly it could be seen from miles away.
The
teens felt it was there to watch over people under stress. Suddenly, the light intensified, and the figure vanished as if it had never been there. Amazed and confused, the teens uploaded the footage online, seeking answers. What are your views about this? Let me know in the comments section. Winged figure. A CCTV camera captured a small, glowing figure moving across the room. At first, its tiny size and shimmering wings made it look like a fairy. Soon, its shape shifted, and it became a small, bright orb of light. The camera operator explained that in his hometown, guardian angels are often believed to appear as glowing balls of light. Convinced he had captured one on film, he shared the footage, leaving viewers amazed at the mysterious, luminous presence moving gently in the space. Ascending angels. A man recorded a quiet sunset in a remote area when his camera suddenly captured a glowing figure rising into the sky. The light was so bright that he could not ignore it and kept filming in amazement. Moments later, the single glow split into two separate forms, moving upward together. Watching this, he realized he had witnessed something extraordinary, what he believed were angels returning to the heavens, leaving him stunned and filled with wonder at the mysterious sight. Sphere from heaven? A woman casually recorded a sermon in church and noticed nothing unusual at the time. Later, while reviewing the video, she was stunned to see a glowing sphere hovering just above a light bulb. The bright entity spread light all around, making its presence hard to ignore.
And okay, Lord, and now this speaks. He didn't say, Lord, it's just too much. He just said, okay, Lord, you gave me the plans.
The sight deeply moved her, and she took it as a divine sign. From that moment, she began to reflect on her life, choosing to repent and grow stronger in her faith. Savior. Recently in Toronto, a passerby noticed a massive humanoid shadow standing at a distance. The figure appeared to be praying, and curiosity drew him closer. Zooming in, he was stunned to realize he was witnessing something extraordinary. When another onlooker stopped to record it, the first man became convinced it wasn't a trick of light or shadow. Overwhelmed, he believed he was seeing Jesus, leaving both witnesses in awe of the deeply moving sight. Ominous angel. A girl recorded a bizarre figure in her backyard after hearing strange howling noises. Stepping outside, she saw a massive humanoid being with enormous wings that nearly touched the ground. Its presence was terrifying and unlike anything she had imagined. As she watched in horror, she realized this was not an angel of heaven, but a dark, ominous angel, an angel of hell. The encounter left her shaken, questioning what forces lurked beyond the ordinary, and captured a chilling glimpse of something truly otherworldly. Heavenly descent. A strange and beautiful sight shocked people at the Kaaba. As worshippers circled the holy place, they saw a clear, glowing figure come down from the sky. The angel looked transparent, yet easy to see. It slowly landed on the roof, spreading its wide wings. Many stood still in awe. In that quiet moment, the crowd felt a deep sense of peace, as if something divine had truly touched the earth. Miracle in Texas. A man named John took a simple photo in Texas without noticing anything unusual at first. Later, he zoomed in on the image and saw a clear figure that had not been visible before. The shape looked like an angel, standing vividly in the scene. Shocked by the discovery, he shared it with others. What began as an ordinary photo soon turned into a moment that left many questioning what truly appeared in that frame. Humanoid shape. A city sat under thick clouds when a small, clear circle appeared in the sky. A woman noticed it and quickly began recording to show her friend. Inside that opening, a humanoid figure moved slowly between the clouds, with no wings in sight.
Somebody say something. Look at that hole right there in the sky.
Look at that hole right there in the sky.
The shape looked strange and hard to explain. When she reviewed the video later, the moment felt even more mysterious, leaving her unsure if she had seen something real or something supernatural. Virgin Mary. Back in 1996, in Clearwater, Florida, office staff noticed a mysterious image on their building's glass window as they were leaving work. The figure, made of yellow, white, and blue light, looked like an angel. Some viewers even called this entity Virgin Mary. News spread, and large crowds gathered to see what some believed was a miracle. However, when footage of the event appeared online, others argued it was simply light reflecting off the windows at a certain angle. To this day, people are divided over whether it was a genuine divine sign or just an optical illusion. Medical miracle.
From one miracle to another, a local family is counting its blessings. Their daughter is cancer-free, and they have a photo that they say proves God was watching over their child.
12 years ago in Queenstown, New Zealand, a guard was watching his employer's daughter, who was suffering from leukemia. As she played in the backyard, a security camera recorded a faint, glowing figure suddenly appearing behind her. The shape looked like a woman standing just a few steps away, even though the girl was actually alone. When the guard showed the footage to her parents, they were shocked because it resembled the Virgin Mary watching over their child.
My reaction immediately was, it's Mary, they hear us, she's there.
Soon after this, doctors announced that the girl's leukemia had completely disappeared, and the parents became convinced that the Virgin Mary had visited and miraculously healed their daughter. Church miracle. During a religious service at St. Paul Church in Rabai, Kenya, worshippers were shocked to see something strange appear beside the crucifix. Even the priests were surprised because they had never seen anything like it before. It looked like a bright, angelic light shining on the wall, as if it were coming straight from heaven. However, when the video was posted online, many viewers said it was probably just sunlight and that people were mistaking it for something heavenly. Still, videos like this can help us think carefully about what might be a real miracle and what might not be, unlike the next clip, where many believe something truly divine happened. Hospital angels. In a hospital in Rovaniemi, Finland, a man was sitting with his elderly grandmother when she began behaving as if she were watching invisible visitors. She described seeing a small pink girl in the room, whom she said was Chinese, along with several other figures gathered in the corner as though they were having a party.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The pink girl?
You can't.
No, I can't see the pink girl. Is she Chinese or Oriental?
Chinese.
Pardon me?
Chinese or
Chinese?
hardy toiler. Harder.
The man, however, saw nothing unusual, no matter how closely he sat. Only a few hours later, his grandmother passed away. Shaken by her statement and the timing of her departure, he became convinced that these unseen figures were angels who had arrived to guide her soul to heaven. Son as angel. Doug Lauders from Hillsboro, Oregon, was celebrating his team's football championship when he noticed something strange in a group photo. Above the players, a bizarre figure hovered in the air, with human-like arms and legs but no clear face. Doug froze in fear because just 6 months ago, his son Kyle passed away on that same field, and he became certain the figure was Kyle's spirit returning to watch over the team.
I believe that totally, 100%, that's my son.
Guardian angel.
The woman's 7-year-old son, Asher, took the photo. He captured the image out of an airplane window.
When the mother saw the picture, she immediately thought it might be Asher's guardian angel.
7 years ago, somewhere above Alvin, Texas, a girl named Ashay snapped what was meant to be an ordinary photo from an airplane window. A little girl-like figure was standing in the air, as if made of thick white clouds, while its arms lifted. Her mother was certain it was more than a cloud formation. She believed it was Ashay's guardian angel, but when the clip surfaced online, viewers picked it apart, calling it nothing more than a hoax. angelic sighting. One night in Jerusalem, Israel, a man was recording the dome of Masjid al-Aqsa when his camera caught something he never expected. A radiant figure slowly came down from the sky to the ground. After a moment, a bright ball of light rose up into the air, moved slowly for a few seconds, and then shot back into the sky at incredible speed. The man was left in shock and became convinced that it might be a guardian angel sent by God to Jerusalem to ease the suffering of its people. Angel witness. If you still did not believe that baptism guards faith and soul, this video will change your mind. During a man's baptism, the camera captured something strange. What first looked like smoke slowly formed into two clear torsos. People watching realized that two angels had appeared to protect the man at that very moment, proving the fact that angels start guarding you right after the baptism. Today's open discussion of the day is this insane clip that captured a real-time miracle on camera. Some miracles cannot be explained through mere words. Like this one that was caught at a gas station in Nebraska on 18th September, 2025. He was totally fine only because of a miracle. At least that is what most people believe, and it doesn't seem too far-fetched. Have you experienced any miracles? If so, let me know in the comments below, and I'll pin the most shocking one. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.